Lachlan, you're getting a lot of air on those punts. You see a lot of them going over the stadium. Is that something that you've developed over the course of your career?
Yeah, just progressively getting better and just consistent work, especially over the summer with the guys. And in this fantastic weather, it's hard not to be out kicking all the time. So, yeah, feeling good.
What do you consider good next?
I think our target that Vic sets for us on special teams is anything over 4.5 and not out kicking it either. So enough for the coverage to get down there. And that's my goal, 4.5 plus every punt. I've been around there and more, yep.
Actually saw over 5, somebody noted last week.
Yeah. Just go. I mean, I don't really focus on the result. I just focus on what I got to do in my steps and my drop and let the result take care of itself. So it's been good to see some good results though. Shows the work's been working. Depends on the situation. Obviously, when you're backed up in the end zone, distance is very important, but you don't want to outkick your coverage.
I know it's tough to go fully live, but what have you thought of just kind of the overall operation as you guys get out there in some live settings?
It's been feeling really good. The meetings that Vic's been conducting, everything's clear and concise. Instructions for the personal protector, Ricky's been doing a fantastic job, and also Bird. So we're feeling good. We got another 2 weeks of practices, so we're going to be really in tune.
So Ojo said that consistency is the biggest thing that you'll be working on. Do you feel like you've been fairly consistent so far, or is that something you...
Yeah, I feel like I've been consistent, but my goals are a lot more than what I'm at right now. Yeah.
How does weight training play into your successes?
Plays in a little bit. It's mainly mobility, underweight, not over too much weight. Squatting too heavy does your back. You know, for me, it's all about flexibility rather than the weight work itself. Yeah.
You're the second straight Aussie rules punter here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know each other, and how do you feel like your experience in that game aids you in this game?
I think spatial awareness, definitely. Being able to feel the rush coming as well. Like Australian football, we're always around a lot of players. So that's been probably the main thing, I'd say. Yeah.
How's it different? Punting and kicking?
We're like, there's no line of scrimmage, so everyone's 360 around you. So I think that's the main awareness thing. And you're not allowed to throw, so you have to kick to pass.
You hold it differently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Drop it like nose down. So, yeah.
Davison was comfortable kicking on the run, and it had to happen a lot of times because coverage broke down. Is that something you're comfortable with too?
Yeah, if it comes to that, we're not going to be rolling. We're changing to like a pocket punting scheme, so it'll be more protection and spirals. But definitely we'll be implementing that. We need to change it up and keep the PBR team, in check.
Anything else for Lachlan?
Yeah.
Michael Luckhurst here.
How are you guys?
And Michael, you got your feet wet last year doing kickoffs. What was that experience like for you, and how valuable was it for this year?
It was good. It was good to just kind of like get that out of the way, get the butterflies out of the way, and I got 1 field goal last year, so it's like that first one's always the hardest, so, or at least that's what everyone says, so you just got to keep going from there and keep the momentum going for this year.
That the mental aspect of kicking is super important. How was your focus on that kick? Was it kind of terrifying, or were you pretty calm?
It was weird. It was one of those moments where just everything goes, like, it goes blank. I was just in the moment, and I kind of like looked around, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then it was just normal, like no nerves or anything. It was just a good feeling, and then good snap, good hold, and it wasn't too bad.
How were you introduced to kicking? Did your dad introduce you to it, or on your own?
It was just kind of around me my whole life, since just my dad kicking, and then my brothers both kicked, and then my junior year of high school, I was like, okay, I'll try this now that my brother's gone, and I'll take over. And then I just started kicking and kind of fell in love with it, and just, yeah.
I'm assuming you never saw your dad kick, did you?
I did not. That was before my time.
Yeah. Did you see films over there?
Yeah, I've seen a couple videos, some funny, some just good kicking, but it's cool. Yeah.
Does he coach you at all?
Yeah, he does. But he more on like the mental aspect of just like how to go through your process, and just make it repetitive.
Like what are the instructions as far as that?
It's kind of just like, first of all, find like your swing that you can repeat every time, and then just find your rhythm and like just stay in it. It's just, and every kick's the same kick, whether it's a PAT or a 60-yarder, just same kick, and have one swing, and it's like golfing with one club. So
How far do you think you can go out?
Around 65. Yeah, it's about my range. Yeah.
Obviously, you have to lower the trajectory of the kick to be able to do that in the game, so that's a little bit scary too. You don't want to get blocked.
Yeah, a little bit, not too much. It'll still get up, so I'm not too worried about that. But it'd be a fun kick though if we got that in the game.
Well, loft on your kicks is something that's very noticeable. Is that something that you've been taught, or is that something that just came naturally to you?
It just kind of came natural, just like the way I swing and like just the way I get my foot on the ball and fit it on it. It just has a good trajectory, so I'm happy with that.
Does the fact that your dad's kind of a legend at Cal make this a more special experience for you? Because kickers oftentimes aren't really remembered, but he really is.
Yeah, well, like just part of the reason I didn't want to come here in the first place because I didn't want to carry on a legacy, but they made it clear to me when I first got here or when I was on the visit and everything that I wasn't going to be carrying on any legacy. I was going to make my own, so that was the first kind of experience. But as I've gotten here and like met people that watched him play or played with him, it's been a really cool experience for me to be able to just like be here. And I know, and he's told me it's cool for him just to watch it. So yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's been really cool.
He's a real OG though, because a lot of fans aren't old enough to remember him kicking here. So that's something that probably plays to your favor, where expectations may not be as high. That's true. 70s, right?
He would, end of the 70s, yeah. But.
Any more questions? Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Long snapper David Bird here.
David, long snapping has gotten on the radar in recruiting circles in the last decade or so. What's the process that you go through getting developed and getting noticed as a specialist, as a snapper?
I think it's a lot of self-work and working with like a certain coach in your like area or something. I have one in Arizona that I work with, and it's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of getting the same snap every single time and just making sure you throw your ball.
What caused you to get interested in long snapping?
Actually, my brother. So my brother was a center, and then he switched to long snapping, and then I got into it. And he's at EMU right now. He's from Michigan, and I'm here, so it's pretty cool.
Do you see it as a possible path to the NFL?
I do, but it's a lot of timing when it works out with snapping because there is only 36 positions available, so it's a rough end, but it's possible.
It's never easy stepping in as a freshman and playing a big role in any position, and it looks like there's been some inconsistency in your snapping. Is that something that you're able to break down with the coaches and see what's going on and rectify as practice goes on?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps with Lockie and Luck with, Luck's a straight shooter, Luck's an amazing holder, We always say confidence breeds confidence, so with them it's super easy to get back on track and just back in the swing of things.
Last question.
What are some of the things that you look for, particular elements in the perfect snap, long snap, as far as revolutions, seam placement, things like that?
For shorts, it's just a nice clean ball straight to right here on Lockie's wrist when he puts his arm down, and then laces up, preferably. If it's kind of in this area, it's pretty good, but preferably straight up. And then a long snap just right on the right hip is where I want it.
Do you know how many revolutions it goes?
Not exactly, but I think it's if it's 8 yards, then it's about, I think maybe 1 every 2 yards or something like that.
All right,
I'm not exactly sure. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.